One thing that sort of got me interested in having a chat to Sue about this was that she's had all these wheelchairs made up for her that sort of meet specifications that are related to the sort of things that I've learnt in uni about how you would measure one up for someone and how that's sort of like the way it's done and it must be perfect. But in reality, or in Sue's experience, that's not necessarily her favourite wheelchairs or the ones that work the best for you.
Yeah, it's really interesting. This is the wheelchair, the brand of wheelchair I've always had. They probably have adapted them since 1970, whatever it was, 78, and perhaps they are slightly lighter and easier to use. But it's amazing because I thought I'd like to modernise. A lady came to visit and said to me, "So, you know, I don't want to offend you, but that is an old lady's wheelchair. Come with me and I'll help you buy a newer, more modern one." So I went with her to the factory, to the nicest man, and bought the newer, more modern one. But do you know, I hate to say it, but I really prefer this one. It's wide and clonky. I didn't think I would. I didn't like my image in it so much. But it's just so easy. I don't use foot plates because I like to be able to stand up to do things. And I find I'm around the house so much that foot plates just get in the way when you're turning corners to get around places. Or if you want to stand up, it's such an effort to have to turn things back and swing them around. So I find I operate very well without the foot plates. I remember somebody saying you'll get foot drop if you don't have them, but that certainly hasn't happened to me over all these years. And anyway, the new chair, the new modern one, I thought I would like a narrower one because you go to visit places, and this is 24 inches, which...
So should we have a look at that one?
Yeah.
So we'll have a look at the chair
This
Sue's
is
in
the
now.
one.
And this is the chair that's sort of just like a regular...
Yes, this is the one I use every day. And I find it very comfortable. I've probably sort of worn my way into it. They do wear out and they have to be changed over every few... They're amazingly expensive. I think it's just so terrible that wheelchairs, which are really a very simple thing, just with a bit of vinyl, just to get a new seat costs a fortune, which I reckon is a real switz. But anyway.
So this was a wheelchair that's been measured up for you?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
By an occupational therapist?
No, just by the guy that manufactured them.
Okay, yep.
When you go to buy one off the hook, at least you can try it out. When you're having it made for you, it's like buying clothes, going to the dressmaker and having clothes made, and you don't really know what they're going to look like when they're finished. And it is a beautiful chair. Look how this beautiful Perspex bit on the side. It looks fantastic, but it doesn't work quite as well for me. It hasn't got handle grips at the back, so although there is a thing, you can put walking stick handle grips there, but my husband doesn't feel as confident using those when we go out. And I find that being narrow, it's really not quite so comfortable. When I want to reach back, my arm gets caught behind. What else about it? It's just that I can't alter my position as easily in it too. Although it is a beautifully made chair. What else can I say about that one?
Oh, I don't know, we can have a look at
things, just the things in the manufacture. With this one, this is where the foot plates would attach, and every now and then I really knock when I'm transferring, standing up, moving about, I do knock my leg on that, and I have had a few bruises from that. But this gets in the way too, this bit here. I would have thought they could manufacture it without all these added bits of metal in the front of the chair. and actually the arms aren't quite as comfortable either. But I thought I'd like to have a lower chair. I thought it would look more trendy. But then I forgot that when you're washing up, you want to be up above, you want to be above the sink, not reaching right up and over. So that was a mistake on my part too. It's better to be slightly higher. And another chair I had made by a local manufacturer, which is also a beautiful looking chair. I also made the mistake of having it made lower, and I find this one very harder to push, and yeah, hard to open too. Yeah. And my husband, when we go out and about, my husband is wonderful and he does push me, you know, if we're going shopping, going long distances, but he finds that the angle on that makes it very hard to use. And often when he pushes me, because of rough terrain, we can go over all sorts of terrain, he likes to push me back on the back wheels so that the little casters are sitting up in the air. And the handle grips on this one seem a wide apart so that they're comfortable for him and they're on a good angle for him to use. Whereas these ones turn down and close together make him feel really inhibited.
What's it about the wider chair? You just have more movement.
Well, maybe, yes, more movement, and it is a bit wide than you can see, but somehow I'm comfortable in it. There's more leverage. Perhaps also when you're standing up to have your arms slightly further apart isn't a bad thing. Mm-hmm. I can snuggle into this one, whereas with the others the arms are always getting in the way. That could be a thing too. So you don't really want to feel metal around your body the whole time, so it's nice to be able to be snug inside it without that.
Especially
when you spend your whole daytime life in it. Yeah. Bruce is just about to bring in my scooter, which is just the most fantastic thing. I think it goes at 9k an hour, and and it gives a feeling of real freedom because you can go out.
Pardon?
How about you, Bruce? What's your favourite wheelchair and why?
Undoubtedly the ultimate pride, which I'm sitting in at the moment. Because with this one I just wander along behind, trying to keep up. This one has various speeds, but they are depicted by a tortoise or a hare. Susan usually goes in the hare mode, so I'm working rather hard to keep up.
In the summertime, most evenings we'll go for a nice walk around, and I do keep to Bruce's speed because it's nice to go side by side.